Okay, so fractions. We talked about fractions last time, and we talked about how fractions can be seen in models of squares, but also in circles. And I talked about how I like to think of fractions when I think of pizza. It helps me really understand the idea of what fractions are. So again, we're going to be talking about fractions. Our objective as a class is going to be to express whole numbers as fractions. We're going to recognize fractions equivalent to whole numbers. So if you were here last time, you remembered me talking about how every single one of these lines is equal to 1, even though they're divided into different parts. For example, this red one over here at the top is one whole number, but is divided into 1/2 and 1/2. The orange one is divided into 3 parts, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. All of these are equal to 1/2. Let's take one more, for example, this yellow line right here. The whole line is equal to 1 whole, but if I divide it into 4 parts, oops, the fraction is 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 1. So every single one of these colors here, every single one of these lines is equal to 1, even though the fractions inside are different. And we're going to learn a little bit more about why that is true. Alrighty? So my online class goal, again, is to turn off my mic. We're not going to be using the chat unless I tell you that I need you to type something in there. We're going to remember slant, and we're going to try our best every single time. All right. Oops. Expectations. Jaguars use their champs. Okay, let's go over champs really quick. Champs, conversation at a 0. There is no talking, your mics are off, and your screens are on. Okay, Miss Lopez is on the other side, and she is letting me know if you are with your video on, even though I may not be able to see you right now that I'm sharing my screen. We know when you are not paying attention. So please turn off your mics and turn on your cameras. Okay, H is for help. You're gonna look and you're gonna listen. Again, online classes are weird. Sometimes we're distracted. You are gonna be 4th graders very soon. It is your responsibility to look and to listen, okay? Activity, we're gonna be talking about math and fractions, more specifically. There is no movement unless I ask you to do an activity. Participation, we know what we need to do. We can raise our hand. And if I can't see you, if you're raising your hand, you can use the chat and you can ask a question there. And all of this is gonna give us success. It should be fun. Materials that you need pencils, crayons, colors, and paper. And this is the same material list that you needed last time. So if you need a couple seconds to go and look for your stuff, this is your chance right now. If you also need a computer charger, if you feel your computer is going to die, right now would be the time to go look for that. So give me a thumbs up if you have all the materials that you need: paper, pencil, crayons, maybe you want a ruler, up to you. Okay, everyone needs to have their cameras during the lesson. Thank you, Ms. Lopez, for the reminder. So Ashley and Sammy, if your cameras are off, please turn your cameras on. I know Ms. Lopez is letting me know if you are participating, and being in front of the camera counts as participation. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen. Present now. Ms. Lopez, are we able to see that?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Perfect. So we have all the materials we need: paper, pencil, crayons, color pencils, up to you. A charger if you may need it. Take a look at your battery charge on your Chromebook. And we're gonna start. I'm assuming there is no questions because we got thumbs up from everyone and we're ready to move on. Alrighty, vocabulary. Do me a favor, if you're using a paper, you're folding your paper in 4. So if you have a single paper, we're gonna be folding it in 4. I added a camera here so that you're able to see me. Can you see me, Ms. Lopez, in the little camera?
Yes.
Awesome. We are gonna be folding our paper in 4. Really easy, just 4 squares. squares. When you're all done with your 4 squares, go ahead and comment done on the chat so I know we're ready to move on. Right now we're just dividing a paper into 4. We folded it twice. Or this way, it's up to you. I'm gonna use mine this way. I like the long square going this way. Okay, most of you are done. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen. And we're gonna do the first vocabulary word on the first box, which is whole number. Now this is up to you. If you wanna copy the definition like I have it on the screen, you can do that. If you wanna make your own definition, you can also do that. So go ahead, put number 1 on your first box and go ahead and write down whole number and the definition for what a whole number is, okay? I'm gonna work on mine and you're working on yours and we'll check in a few seconds. And writing the definition, go ahead and draw a model that represents a whole number. If you are having trouble figuring that out, there is an image on the screen that can help you figure out what a whole number is. Last time, we saw that this I wrote down a 1, the name of the word, my definition, and I drew models. 3 whole numbers. When you're done, go ahead and type done on the chat so that I know you're ready to move on. Checking in. Thumbs up if we're ready to move on to number 2. Go ahead and on the second box, on box number 2, we're gonna write down fraction. What does fraction mean? It's gonna be a little different, so please pay attention. For this third box, we're gonna do numerator and denominator in that same box, okay? So for number 3, on your third box, write number 3 first. Here, what fraction is that? So anyone that has their mic on and they wanna tell me the fraction they see here, what is the fraction that represents this model here? Anyone wanna share? Is 1/3. So go ahead on your paper, draw the fraction nice and big like this. If you're able to see it, nice and big like this. And I'm gonna draw 2 arrows so that I can label what this top number is called and what this number in the bottom is called. What is the number at the top called? If you have your mic on, if you wanna share right now, what is that number at the top?
1.
The number is 1. And what would I call that number? Is it the denominator or the numerator?
Numerator.
Numerator. Equivalent, and then write down the definition right under it. Okay, I'm gonna check in with you. If you can put your paper against the camera so I can see how we're doing so far. Nice, Emily. That looks good. Owen, can I see, put it more in the center, my friend? Awesome. Look at you. Alrighty, perfect. So let's go on. I'm gonna share my screen again. 4. 2/4, 2/4, 2/4. All right, Camilo, but these are easy, right? These are easy fractions. We can see how these are working out for us. All right, so do we see that 1/2 and 2/4 look the same? So look at that right there. If I were to cover this half of my fraction, is the same size as if I were to cover this side of the fraction. So are these 2 fractions equivalent? Because the numbers look different, but look at the shape. Look at the model here. Even though the numbers are different, even without the line in the middle, the same size is shaded, even though the numbers are different. All right, boys and girls, we're gonna try out Kahoots. It's gonna be our first time. I've never done it online with anyone before, so hopefully it works out. It's not very long, it's a practice one. Let's see how it works. So go ahead and open a separate tab. Don't exit the Zoom meeting. Don't exit the meeting that we're on right now. Leave that one open. But go ahead and open a second tab and go to Kahoots, just as it is out here at the top. So please pick appropriate names. Thank you, Alexandra. It's easier if you pick your real names.
Oh, man.
It's okay. You can click on the link if you're having trouble. Boys and girls, you're doing a very good job. I know this is a little tough. We're almost there. So go ahead and tell me, what is a whole number?
Oh, orange.
And there could be more than one answer correct. Everyone answered. We only had 11 people join. All right, we ready for the next one? So if you answered the blue or the red, you are right. Cool. All right, ready for the next one? Oh, Jeremy, you're fast. True or false? Equivalent means equal in value or amount. Typo there, sorry. Equivalent means equal in value or amount. Yes. You click on the answer you think is correct. Big reveal. Third place, Kaden. Good job, Kaden. Camilo, nice. Spotlight. Woo! Okay, runner up is Jayla, and I need everyone on the screen, and everyone's mics are off. Yes.
It kicked me out.
No, that's okay. It kicked you out because we're done with Kahoots.
Oh.
We're done with Kahoots. So we're meeting back in the Google Meet. How are we doing? So like Ms. Lopez said, it's really hard to hear each other when your mics are off. So it's very important that you're responsible and you check that your mic is off. If there's people in the background of your house or in your room talking, the mic picks everything up and it's really hard for us to hear each other, okay? But I had a lot of fun, even though I continue to try your best on ST Math. If you're working on fractions on ST Math, remember everything we talked about today. Bring up your notes that you one more thing that I want to add. If you're able to go to Dojo and you're able to put up a picture of your work, you get an extra point on Dojo, on Class Dojo. Anything else to add besides I'm going to try to make the lessons as fun as possible next time and also bring Kahoots, okay? Awesome. So I'm going to close up for today. That was really good, boys and girls. Good job, Kaden, Jeremy. I was very impressed. Everyone did a very good job. Even though your name was not on the podium, you still did a good job. So hopefully we can do this again next time, okay? All righty. If you have any other questions, please stay behind. Ms. Lopez is going to talk to a few of you if you have things to cover. But other than that, we should be okay to meet next Thursday, okay?